Hey everybody, I'm SARA WISEMAN and we're working on some channeled messages, and today's channeled message is denying your true nature never works. The call of your soul will find you even if you resist it. I'll just read it one more time for fun. Denying your true nature never works. The call of your soul will find you even if you resist it. And I just love this message because as we've been working along in these past recordings, we've been working on this idea of the universe really being so willing to lead and guide us if we just get out of our own way, let the mind, ego, personality sort of take a break or take a pause and start just paying attention to the synchronicities and events and the ways that we're being directed and led forward. And this idea of denying our true reality, so many people out there really think they need to be one particular thing, or even worse, like they think I need to be, these are kind of old-fashioned examples, but I need to be a banker, or I need to be a mother, or I need to be married, or I need to travel. And those are all valid options, obviously. But the true nature of your soul might be saying, your true nature might be saying, I don't want to have kids, and I would like to stay home and live a very quiet life, or I don't want to have a mainstream job. I want to have sort of a patchwork of things that I do and experiment with, or I really don't want to be married ever. I just don't have any interest in that particular societal aspect. And so understanding that we each come in here so unique, we each come in here with our own particular makeup of all the past lives we've had, all the things we've already done. Like if you think of all your past lives and all the places in the world you've lived, and you've been male and you've been female in past lives, and you've been this religion or that religion, and you've been rich or you've been poor, and you've been a great person, you've been a terrible person, and all this experience brings you to this lifetime right now. And then you're dropped in, and as we've been discussing, to these cultural norms or this cultural pressure to be a certain way, and that's what's going to be successful in someone's opinion, probably not yours or mine. But if it's denying your true nature, then it's got absolutely no validity. It's got absolutely no reason to be involved, in your life. If your true nature is you just want to paint, and that's all you want to do, that's all you've ever wanted to do, this is what you should do. And if your true nature is you want to work with plants, and you want to learn about plants and communicate with plants and help plants, that's what you need to do. And if you're one of those many, many, many people who's like, I don't know, I don't think I have any particular gifts, I just like to kind of have it be mellow and hang out and be at home, this is the option or the invitation for you to dig a little deeper. Because nobody got born into this lifetime with the idea that, yeah, my goal is I'm just going to be bland. That's my life goal. That's my destiny, is I just want to have a safe, comfortable, bland life. Like, why come into the whole experience if you're not going to actively be involved? So if you come in and you're just like, I just want to hide out, this is the time to do some work and figure out why. Why don't you want to be actively involved with this amazing life? And if you, so that's one, you know, people come in, they just don't have a lot of, aren't given a lot of examples or templates of what it could be. So they just kind of go with this bland, mainstream sort of life. It's just so dull. Don't do that. The other thing is sometimes people get really focused into, I have to be safe. I have to get, you know what, my 401k, I have to buy a property, and I'm going to do retirement early, and I need to get all my finances, and I need to, you know, get a pension, and I need to be safe, financially safe. And as we know from being in this life, in this lifetime, and for being in all these past lives where, you know, the volcano erupted, or the floods came in, or the government changed, or the disease came, the plague came in, you know, whatever lifetime experiences you've had, we know that we're never safe. So if you can just accept this idea that safety is truly an absolute illusion. There's no safety, there's no non-safety, there is just what the experience is. So you can't plan and control your life. You just can't. It's not possible for anyone to do that, no matter how much money you have or how much influence you have. It's impossible to control the universe. So you can give yourself the gift of letting go of this idea that you have to be safe, and instead sort of lie back and trust the universe to carry you along. It's like, do you trust it or don't you? If you trust it, then you don't have to just put all your focus on amassing money. That could be gone in an instant, or you could die, or anything could happen. So this idea of being safe, just want to keep my blinders on and do the right things and have it all be right. I'll be safe. And then you'll die. So what did you miss in this beautiful lifetime while you were trying so hard to be safe? And then the other piece that I sometimes see is denying your true nature. You know, some of us are really outside of the mainstream. I'm obviously not the normal person you're going to meet. I have really diverse, weird interests, especially in spiritual intuition, which is my main thing. You know, I'm deeply interested in this. I have a very esoteric niche focus, and some of you have these very, very specific interests that are not fully recognized by anyone. And you may even feel like nobody even understands what I'm talking about. Great. Perhaps you are a visionary, or perhaps you are an explorer, or perhaps you are a pioneer, or perhaps you're ahead of your time in some ways, so that especially when you have these very definite, different, niche focused interests, it's often the case that the rest of the world is coming along, but somebody's got to be out there in the front pioneering the situation, right? And sometimes it's not so much, maybe we're not even pioneers. Maybe we have really esoteric interests, like we're interested in Victorian teacups, let's just say. And that's not necessarily a pioneering interest, I wouldn't think, but it is a deeply interesting, fascinating focus on something from the past, or something that maybe for you came over in a past life and you haven't wrapped that up yet. So your true nature is whatever fascinates you, whatever you find so interesting. And again, if you don't find anything interesting, you got to dig deeper and figure out who you are. You got to dig deeper and get that whole facade of mainstream culture out and start to figure out who you really are. There's plenty of time. You can do this If you're in your 20s, you can do this in your 80s. You can just start peeling it away and figure out, like, what do I actually find interesting? Or what are my unique gifts? Or what have I always wanted to do? Or what just thrills me thinking about it? So have some time with this. Denying your true nature never works. It will either lead to, if you just, deny until your death, you're just going to live a boring, depressed life. It'll just be so disappointing for you. If you're denying because you are afraid you won't be safe, look at this idea of there is no safety. If you're denying because you feel like you're too weird, like you're too much of a misfit or an outcast, like, welcome to the club. This is where the interesting people are, the people that are just doing their thing, not caring what others would judge or have an opinion about. Just do your thing. And if there's some other reason, just look at this and remember again that the universe is going to get you, whether you agree or not. The universe is going to keep coming in there trying to help you get on track to what your true calling is. And you can resist, and you can resist, and you can resist. But what would happen if you said yes to some of your unique, creative, esoteric, different sort of style? What would happen if you said yes to being different and unique? And that's what we're here for, right? We're here to, as souls, as part of collective soul, we're here to bring our unique, special contribution to the whole. We're not here to hide out and be bland. We're not here to hide out and try and be safe till we die. We're here to be involved with and part of and give what we have, even if it's different than what it seems that everyone else is offering. Alrighty, I'm SARA WISEMAN. You will find me at sarawiseman.com. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.